Hello guys, welcome back to another video. Today is a right. um, yeah, I'll talk about everything, including that in a second. So today is going to be a special one because I genuinely never thought I was gonna get one of these. Not in the sense that they're not good, because I absolutely think they're brilliant, right? But because of the price. Usually, the price range that I stock is about 3, 4, 5,000 pounds, something like that. Now, I bought this car because I actually wanted to keep it for myself. Now, you're probably wondering, why am I doing a video? I'm putting it up for sale if I wanted to keep it for myself. Well, I will tell you in a second. Now, in this business, because like I said, I trade about 3, 4, 5 grand cars, right? I don't see how it is financially viable for me to keep so much money tied up into one car. Now, even if it's my car, even if I love it and everything, I absolutely understand and I would keep it. However, with the money that I get for this car, I could probably get another 4, 5 cars as stock that I can resell and grow the business. And I mean, ideally, this is what I'm looking to do, grow the business. So that's why I'm looking to sell it. Now, I did not want to sell this thing. I genuinely did not want to sell this thing because I absolutely love it, right? Now, first of all, this is not going to be anything political. Like, I don't care, genuinely don't care what your views are on the owner of the company. I'm not here to talk politics. I don't care. I genuinely don't care. This is just for the car, okay? Because if it was about politics, nobody would drive I don't know, a Volkswagen, for example, right? Because of a certain painter slash influencer that was all the rage back in the 40s. Um, yeah, nobody would drive a Volkswagen if he was to go politically. And then implicitly, nobody would drive an Audi, a Porsche, a Bugatti, an Audi, I've already said Audi, a Seat, a Skoda, because they're all owned by Volkswagen, right? So yeah, let's just get out of the way because I'm not interested, right? I'm here to talk about this absolutely phenomenal marvel of engineering, because in my opinion, I think Tesla is, for the car world, what, and again, I hope I'm not going to get a lot of hate for this, but genuinely, this is my opinion, okay? So we're all entitled to an opinion. This is my opinion. Now, I believe that Teslas are to the motoring world what the Ford Model T was when it first came out, right? Because it is a new chapter in the automotive industry. It's a completely different thing. I mean, I know obviously there were other electric cars, but they were only good to take you to your local supermarket and back, and then you had to charge it again. Okay, so before Tesla, nobody would think of an electric car as a long distance cruiser or as a like a daily commuter and stuff like that, right? Anyway, let me give you some details about the car first. And then we're going to jump inside because there's so much to talk about this car, right? This is probably going to be one of the most comprehensive, full detail reviews of a Tesla that you've ever seen or that is on YouTube at the moment, right? That's because I love this car so much. I know so much about it. And for the very short period of time that I've owned it, which is since November 2025, and now we're in January 2026. So about 2 months, about that. Yeah, because I bought it like mid-November and it's still like mid-January right now. So yeah, 2 months. Yeah, I've learned a lot about it and it's fantastic. But anyway, let me just give you a little bit of details about the car, and then we're going to jump in and I'm going to show you all the interior features and gizmos and gadgets and absolutely everything that this car comes with, because it is fully loaded. And when I say fully loaded, I genuinely mean fully loaded, right? Cool. Right, so first of all, like I said, this is a Tesla Model 3 long range, all-wheel drive, dual motor. So it's got two motors, one at the front, one at the rear. It's finished in red, which was an optional extra, and this was an extra £2,000 option. This was the most expensive color they had, and yeah, it was, like I said, it was an optional extra, and it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, I love it. Plus the white leather interior, that was another £1,000 optional extra. So that's £3,000 of extras just there. It's obviously a saloon. It puts out 434 brake horsepower normally. Now I say normally because you can actually get it up to 490, or I think it's even closer to 500 brake horsepower by adding something called a acceleration boost. That is an upgrade. You can pay Tesla directly. You can do it directly from the Tesla app, and that increases your horsepower, and it does the 0 to 60 time. So standard is 4.3 seconds, and it drops it down to 3.7 seconds. Now, I know it doesn't sound like a lot, half a second, but trust me, it is. And this one comes with the acceleration boost included. That is, again, a £1,500 optional extra. So we are already at £4,500 of extras. So £2,000 for the color, grand for the interior, which is £3,000, and then obviously another £1,500. So that's £4,500 of optional extras, right? It was first registered on the 19th of February 2020. So although it is a 69 plate, this is a 2020 model, and it's got a valid MOT until the 2nd of May 2026. The annual road tax is £195. Again, I'm not going to go too much into detail. Not a big fan of the fact that they've started taxing electric cars, but I understand why they're doing it, okay? Because at the end of the day, it's called a road tax. So you got to pay, well, it's not called road tax anymore, it's VED, but vehicle excise duty. But everybody calls it a road tax, and everybody pays it. Again, I'm not a big fan of that, but I understand why they did it, because obviously they have to make some money somehow, because if everybody's going to be driving electric cars, then obviously there's going to be a massive deficit in the budget. So, but let's just not get there. Again, don't want to talk politics. This is literally just my thoughts, okay? I'm not going into politics at all. Insurance group is 50D, okay? So if you're interested in this car, what I would suggest is get an insurance quote first. Don't make the mistake that I did. Okay, so I absolutely love this car to bits, and I bought it completely blind, in the sense that I didn't even see if my insurance was covering me on this car. Now, I've got something called a trader's insurance, which in the UK, you pay it for if you're a trader, and then you can drive literally any car you want. Almost any car you want. You put the car on your insurance, and it takes you 2 seconds, and then you can drive it. Tesla is exempt from that, and there's a few others like Lamborghinis and Bugattis and stuff like really high performance cars. And I didn't know that, so I had to buy an additional insurance. So currently I'm insured with a different company. I had to pay £800 to get insured on it. Obviously that's per year. Now, you might get away with a lot less, and the reason I'm saying that is because I'm a trader. The no claim bonus did not work for me, okay? Because I used to have about 9 or 10 years no claim bonus. As soon as I moved into trade, I started a whole new policy, and then the no claim bonus doesn't move over from consumer to business, and then I've lost it. So when I've insured this, I started fresh without any no claim bonus. So yeah, that's why it was probably a bit steep, but not terrible, right? So yeah, double check your insurance first. CO2 output, there's no point in talking about that. Obviously it's an electric car, there's literally zero CO2 output. It's got a top speed of 145 miles per hour, and I've already said about the 0 to 60 time, which is now down to 3.6 seconds. Now this is Audi RS6 territory, right? This is supercar territory, because it's a car for the masses that, well, I say that, but obviously it's still an expensive car. But value for money, this is probably the best car you can buy in terms of like speed and performance. Like, hands down, you can't get anything better than this. So yeah. The range, because I'm probably that's something that a lot of people want to know. So it's recommended to charge only to 80% for daily commutes, or 100% if you're going on a road trip. Now, I charge it only to 80%, and at 80%, it gives me a real range of 219 miles, right? If you charge it to 100%, you're probably going to be looking at about 260, 270 miles, something like that. Obviously, that is dependent on the weather. It's dependent on the tires. It's dependent on the condition. It's dependent on the surface that you're driving on. It's dependent on the AC, if it's running, or the heating. It's the same as in a internal combustion engine car, right? You turn the heating on, it will start using more fuel. It's as simple as that. The warranty. So the car is still in warranty. It still has 2 years of warranty left on the motors, on the two motors and the battery. And it's valid for, so the warranty is valid for 8 years, or 120,000 miles. Right, the car's covered 78,000 miles, so well within the warranty period. And then same thing with the age, so it still has 2 years left of warranty. Right, so no issues there. Let me have a quick look inside. Actually, first let's start off with the tires, right? So it comes as normal, well, as standard. It comes with some aero caps on there, which a lot of people remove and they replace them with something else, like I did. I've replaced the aero caps with these turbine style wheel covers, and obviously I'm going to leave them. I will include the aero caps as well if you want to put those back. It's completely up to you. The car has 4 brand new tires, right? Now, I went with Kumho, and the reason I went with these guys is with this brand is because I believe that these are probably one of the best value for money tires you can buy, right? They're not budgets, they're not premiums. They are mid-range that are going towards the premium side, but you're not paying anywhere near premium for them. The ride comfort is superb. I've never had a single issue with Kumho tires, and I do recommend them. Okay, I'm not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Never been, never probably will be. But yeah, I 100% recommend Kumho tires. They are fantastic. Right, the car comes with front and rear parking sensors, but I mean, that's pretty much the pretty much not useless, but I mean, you've got 7 cameras in this car that are filming constantly, scanning the road ahead, scanning the road behind you and everything, and they know exactly what to tell you to do. Right, so parking sensors are, yeah. Although it's good because it does tell you how close you actually are to whatever is in front or behind you, right? So that's the parking sensor. Because I think on the newer models, they went away without putting parking sensors, and it was all based on camera view, and it couldn't like estimate how close you were to like whatever you were moving towards. So I think that with the parking sensors, you do get a visual on the display of how close you actually are to whatever you're moving close to. Another thing I've replaced is the wing mirror covers. I've put this style wing mirrors with the carbon fiber effect. I still have the original red ones. Obviously, they are included. with the car. So if you want to swap these, you're more than welcome to. But yeah, I really like these. This is one camera that you've got. So what I'm saying, 7 cameras. So you've got 2 on each side of the front wings, 1 at the top there, 3, 1 on the inside, 4, 1 on each door pillar, the B pillar here. So 1 on here, 1 on the other side. That's 6. And then you've got another one on the back, 7, right? So 7 cameras. Right, so to open the door, a lot of people get confused about this, and I don't blame you. It's very simple. So this thicker side here, you press on that, pops out, and then you can just open the door like that, right? Now, they are frameless, pillarless doors, right? Right, sorry about that. That might happen actually. I might have to cut the video a few times. I don't know whether if it's going to be because I run out of battery on the phone and I have to charge it and keep filming, but that, like I said, this is going to be a long video, so but it's going to have a few little cuts like that. Usually I don't like to cut the videos. I want to have it all in one go, but it is what it is. Anyway, I was just telling you that the doors are frameless, which is a really nice feature. Got to be a little bit more careful in the winter when it freezes, but there are plenty of stuff to go around, plenty of ways to go around that. So I'll tell you everything. Okay, don't worry, I'll tell you absolutely everything. Cool. So interior wise, nothing short of amazing, right? The quality, the quality of the materials and everything. Now, again, another thing is, this is an American built car, right? So the later Chinese ones had like black chrome surround around the doors and over here, and quite a few other differences as well. So this is an American made car, which they were saying that it's got a lot of like panel gaps and stuff. Not really the case, right? Not. It's fine, right? It's fine, absolutely fine. I haven't had any issues with it whatsoever. Cool. Now, first of all, the white interior is like white, like really white, and it's very easy to maintain, right? All you need is some warm water, a cloth, and some soap, and you can wipe them off, right? They clean off very easily, so there's literally no problems on cleaning those. So let me show you on the door. So obviously that's for your window, and to open the door, now I've made it a little bit more visible in the sense that I bought some stickers. They are like velvety, not just like paper stickers, but they're like velvety stickers, and they've got a little logo on there that shows you how to open the door, because as standard it was black button and you could barely see it, and a lot of people were reaching for that. Now that is also a way to open the door, but that is the mechanical way. This is the electronic way, right? Now the mechanic way should not be used unless of an emergency, right? So if you're involved in an accident or something like that, and then obviously the battery cuts off, then that button is not going to work. You got to pull on that handle and it opens like a normal car, right? They've actually made some software updates recently, because when you were pulling on that, now normally, you know, with a frameless door, what happens is when you push this to open it, look what happens with the window. So the window moves down a little bit. Look, if I close it, you're going to see it better. See? So the window moves down a little bit to allow you to open the door without getting caught in the seal here. Now, the problem that they had is when you were pulling on that, the window was not moving down, and you were risking of damaging the, well, not damaging, just breaking the window, to be honest, not just damaging it, like breaking it altogether. So they've actually done a software update and they've fixed that. So now when you pull on that, the window does go down a little bit, and you can you can open the door. Obviously, it's not going to go down if you are involved in an accident and the battery's cut off, because obviously this is electric, so the electric's not going to work. But then again, if you have been involved in an accident, you're not really going to care that much about this window breaking. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not like it was breaking all the time. It was just a one-off thing out of thousands. But again, if you've been involved in an accident, that's probably going to be the least of your worries. So yeah. In here, you got my wife's perfume shop VIP rewards thing, because yeah, she's left it in. Let me just take that off. So my wife doesn't drive yet, and she was the passenger princess, and she also has a phone holder on here as well. That is a MagSafe phone holder, specific for Tesla, and it will hold the phone, basically. That's what it does. But you've got a nice little door pocket here, and it's all leather wrapped, and this is a really nice feeling material. But again, it's fantastic. I cannot fault the build quality on this thing, not one bit. The seats. So you got the passenger seat here. Again, it's in fantastic condition. There's no tears or rips or anything like that anywhere on the seats. They are fully electrically adjustable for both the driver and the passenger. Both heated, and you got auto heat as well on them. So yeah, we'll get through all that when I get inside. Right. One thing I want to point out is here, got a few little scuffs. You can probably see them just there. Again, I do always want to point out any of these small little imperfections or dents or scratches or anything like that, because I believe it's important for people to know. Same thing with the rear doors. So again, you've got that little sticker on there, and there's also an umbrella in the door, which I'm going to remove now. Now, there is another thing. I don't know what that is. I will remove it. I've got no idea what that is. Right. Now, here's another thing I want to point out. This is more of a security thing, and I think everybody should be made aware of this, and everybody should know this. Now, remember the handle I was telling you about there, that you can pull on it to mechanically open the door? Now, you don't have it on the rear doors. It is crucial for people to know this as a safety thing, that there is a mechanical way of opening the rear doors as well, and it is. Let me see if I can get this out. You see, they're not making this easy to access, but in there's a little pull tab, so you can mechanically open the door. Now, there are aftermarket things that you can purchase, like an extender cord, and you can take that little cover off, put the extending cord around the loop that they provide you, and then pull it out through here to have it hanging here. Obviously, if you have kids, then it's you gotta put it some way for them not to be able to like pull it open as you're driving, because you don't really want that. But it is important to know that there is a way of mechanically opening the rear doors as well, right? Let me just keep this open for a bit. In terms of interior space, plenty. Loads of space in the rear as well. Perfect for kids, perfect for adults, so no issues there. Again, just to show you the rear seats, which are in fantastic condition. As you can see, you also have an armrest here in the middle. Well, that is white. That is bright white. 2 cup holders in the armrest there as well. And you also have 2 air vents with 2 USB slots down there as well. Perfect again for kids. Now, obviously, with it being a Tesla, I don't know if I need to show you this, but I will because I want to include as much as I can. Now, you've got an absolutely massive panoramic sunroof that goes all the way to the rear. So these are literally 2 sheets of glass, which are pretty much the whole length of the car. I believe Tesla said that they support the weight of 4 elephants. Okay. Is that a unit of measurement now? We're using elephants. But yeah, they are very strong. That's basically what they were trying to say, is that the glass is very strong and it will withhold a lot of pressure. I know that the glass is wet right now, but I can guarantee you that there's absolutely no cracks in it whatsoever. That's one thing you need to be careful of. If you go and you buy one of these, have a look at the glass, make sure that there is no cracks in the glass. It's not the end of the world, but it's not going to be cheap to replace it. So yeah, make sure you negotiate on the price if you see any cracks. But if the glass is intact, then you don't need to worry about anything. Another thing I did want to mention as well, the seats do fold down as well. So you got this little pull tab here, which you can pull on that, and then the seats fold down pretty much completely flat. And again, this is really good if you need to carry any larger items. Just get the seatbelt. Right. Now, your charging port is over on the passenger side, which is here. And you can open the charge port 1, 2, 3, 4 ways. I was just trying to count this to make sure I know. So you can open it by 5 ways. Sorry, forgot the most important way of doing it. So you can do it from the app on your mobile phone. You can do it from the tablet inside. You can do it just by pressing it here. If you press on this, it will flip open. You can do it by pressing on the Tesla charger. So if you go to a Tesla supercharger, it's got a button. If you keep it close to the car and you press that button, it will open it. And the final way of opening it is through a voice command. And you literally have to say, open butthole. I'm not making this up, right? You go inside the car, you say open butthole, and it will open that. It's, yeah. So let me just show you. Actually, I've just brought another phone with me just for the Tesla purposes, right? Just to show you, because I do want to go through the app as well. Now, if you go to controls, see what it says, what is, you got that little lightning, you press on this, and it just pops it open like that. Did you see how quick that is? There is literally no delay. There's absolutely zero delay between the phone, the app, and the car. It's fantastic. And to close it, you can press on this again, and that just closes it. See, it's so quick. We're going to go through the app in a second and everything that you can do with it. Now, having a look at the back, you've got rear parking sensors. And one thing I do want to point out is, and this is a common thing on them, it doesn't affect the use in any way, shape, or form, but they do fog up, right? Now, this one has a small little crack here. And again, just pointing things out because I want to be honest, but they do, the lenses do fog up. They do have a little bit of condensation inside. You can replace them if you want, obviously, but it does not affect the use of the car at all. It's literally just purely a cosmetic thing, right? But again, you can see that pretty much all of them have that. Now, another thing I've done is I've added the dual motor on there. Now, it's a bit misleading, and I'm sorry, but I preferred it. I liked it. So I've added dual motor on there, and it's got this little line underneath. Now there's 3 models, right? You've got the standard range plus, the long range, which is this one, and the performance. Now cosmetic wise, there's very, very few differences between them, but one big difference between the performance and the long range, so this is the long range model, is the performance has a rear spoiler and has that line underneath the dual motor, right? Now, I really loved the way the line looked. I did put a spoiler. I've got a spoiler. I bought a spoiler for it. I haven't put it on yet. But if you do these 2 things, you literally make it look like a performance. Now, obviously, I know it's not a performance car. It's a long range. But with the acceleration boosts, you're getting close to a performance level. But that wasn't the reason. I just loved the way that line looked. Plus, usually it's with chrome written. I've put it in black because you can probably see I've also put the badges. These are chrome as well. Now they've got this stuck on top of the chrome badge in black, and again, I think it looks better. I personally love the black and red combination, in case you haven't you can tell by now. So that's why I've put those, but again, those can be easily removed if you want to. To open the boot, there's a button just underneath the Tesla logo, and that just pops the boot open. It is not powered. It's a manual boot. Now, that could be a pro or a con, or it depends how you see it. If it's electric, there's one more thing to go wrong with it, but it makes it easy to open it and close it with a button. Now, for me, it doesn't make that much difference. I don't mind opening the boot manually. So, yeah. Now, in terms of actual space inside the car, plenty of space. Massive boot. Like, there is loads of space in there. You do have a little pocket there on the side where you can store different items, and also underneath the false floor you've got a absolutely massive amount of storage, like huge amount of storage. Plenty of space in there. Now, another thing I've added on here is a little hook. Now, there is an exposed screw on there, and it's just on this side, and you can buy this hook and screw it on top, and you can use this for your groceries. So when you go shopping, you can hang your groceries onto this hook here, and that stops things from rolling around. So you that obviously stays on there because I don't need it. That's your reverse camera. I've had the reverse camera replaced by Tesla directly, because the camera that came when I bought the car was a bit fuzzy, and they've replaced the camera. And then at the same time, when they've replaced the camera, I've also had something else done to it as well. There is something called a PWS, so that's a pedestrian warning system. That is basically a speaker that goes to the front on the right side, just in front of the wheel arch there. It's an external speaker that does quite a few things. So if you remember in the beginning of the video, you heard a weird noise. Now, let me show you. Again, bringing up the app. Right, so I've got the lock and unlock button here. If I press this right now, it shows that it's unlocked. Listen to the noise that it makes when I lock it. No, that's not it. Right, sorry. So I've just unlocked it. Let me just walk away a little bit. Come on. So yeah, you could probably hear that sound. Now, there's loads of sounds that you can put on there. This is like the Tron movie powering down. So yeah, I like that. But again, you can do so many things, um, so many sounds and everything. Now, another thing that does is it makes an audible noise when you reverse. When you go at speeds, I think it's below 15 or 10 miles an hour. And when you reverse, it makes like a UFO-ish noise. Well, not noise, sound. And that is, again, it's exactly for what it is. It's a pedestrian warning system, just to alert pedestrians that you're reversing, because this car is so silent. You risk it bumping somebody when you reverse or when you drive forward, because they just can't hear you coming. So, but that speaker is really good. So I had that retrofitted by Tesla as well, and that gives you another few things as well. So you can use it as a megaphone. So let's say if you've got people lurking around your car, you can tell straight away, because it's got a sentry mode, which again I'm going to speak to when we get inside. And you can actually use your phone to speak into the microphone of the phone, and you can hear everything you're saying from that speaker out there. So you can literally tell them to get away from your car, or that they're being recorded, or stuff like that. So it's very, very safe. Right. Sorry, I'm just getting lost because I've got so many things to say, and I just don't want to forget. I want to make sure that I don't forget anything to mention. I genuinely hope I won't forget anything. And over on this side, it's exactly the same as it is on the other side. Obviously, there's no difference, but yeah, the interior is in fantastic condition. Like I said, no tears or rips or anything. I would point stuff out if there would be there, but there is nothing there to point out. Let me pop open the frunk, or the fruit, whichever way you want to call it. So fruit is probably more common in the UK, here in England, because it's a front boot, so fruit. Or a frunk is probably more popular in America because it's a front trunk, so frunk. But you can open this two ways again. So you can open it from, well, three ways. You can press it on the screen there, you can say open frunk, or you can go back onto the app and then just press the open button here. And that just pops it open. And that was the locking noise again. Right, this pops open like that. Now, I have actually seen people making this fully electric, as well as the rear boot. Not the rear boot, just the boot. So the boot and the bonnet, I've seen them electric. So you press on a button and it automatically opens and closes. So again, that's really cool. Obviously, being an electric car, there's no engine in here, but you do have storage in the front. Now, currently in the front here, I've got the Tesla Granny charger. So this is the 3-pin plug that plugs in to charge it at any socket in the UK. It will also come with the 7 kilowatt hour charger. So the actual lead, just the lead. I've got that at home because, like I said, I was using it as my own car. So, but I'll take that. I'll throw it in the car. And also in here, you've got something very, very important. So if you buy a Tesla, if it doesn't come with these, please, please, please make sure you purchase them, because they're very important. Now, it's these. Now, you're probably going to wonder, why the hell am I showing you hockey pucks? Which are a bit weird. Now, these are very important, like very, very important for whenever you take your car to a garage. Now, if they don't have these, now most garages now actually do have these, but if you ever have a flat tire on the side of the road and you're calling a recovery company to change your tire on the side of the road, maybe they've got a tire with them and they can replace it. Now, you can't jack this car. There's no jacking points underneath the car where you can put a jack to lift it. If you just put the jack underneath and you lift it, you risk damaging the battery. So do not use a jack to lift the car without these. Now these, actually, there are 4 holes on each side of the car. You got 4 holes where this plugs into. You can see it's got this little rubber seal around it, so this plugs into there, and then you put the jack underneath here, so this will go like this. The jack goes underneath, and then you can lift the car up. Always use these. They are very cheap. You can buy them on eBay, on Amazon. They're very cheap. You can probably buy them for like £10 or something like that. But I would highly, highly, highly recommend you get these if you don't have them. If you just bought a Tesla, or if you're looking to buy a Tesla, please, please, please make sure they have these. If they doesn't, this should be the first thing on your list to purchase. Because like I said, if you get a flat tire and the people that are trying to change your tire or whatever, they don't have these pucks, you risk damaging your battery. You risk having thousands and thousands of pounds worth of damage because of £10, right? Please get these. They are very important. Right. Cool. Leave that in there. I always have them in the car, leave them here. Now, over here, you also have a couple of hooks. You got one there and one there, right? These, again, are perfect for bags, for groceries, so you can hang your groceries onto those hooks. If you want to put them in the front here, they are really good for that. And over here, you've got probably the only maintenance that you need to do to your car, and that's adding washing fluid. That's it, right? Obviously, you can change the cabin filters inside the car if you want to, but if you don't know what you're doing, probably use a garage, because they're quite fiddly to change. But that's the only thing you need to worry about servicing. There's no cam belts, there's no timing chains, there's no starter motors, there's no oil leaks, there's no coolant leaks, there's no you name it. Anything that you would be used to seeing in here on a internal combustion engine, you haven't got anything to worry about, right? There's zero. Now, by that, I don't mean that there's, another thing, when you close the bonnet, don't just slam it down like you would on a normal car, because you risk damaging the mechanism. Now, what you do is you put the bonnet down slowly, right? And then just press on it like that. Just put your hand on and press on it, and I will close it. Okay, don't slam it. There's no point. Now, getting back to what I wanted to say is maintenance, right? It's not zero maintenance, right? It's a car at the end of the day. It will have suspension, it'll have brake discs, it'll have brake pads, it'll obviously have tires. So there is a certain amount of maintenance that the car requires, albeit less than 10% of a normal car in terms of maintenance, but it's still there, right? So don't ignore that. Don't ignore that. End of period, right? Don't ignore the maintenance. I've just had this car serviced. There is a very reputable garage around where I live. It's called Cleveley EV. Again, not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. Those guys did an amazing job, and they're just worth a shout out. Now, they are very, very good on electric cars. They're pretty much like the best ones you can go outside of Tesla. And they've serviced my car. So back in November when I bought it, again, because it was mine, I wanted to do everything. That's why I bought the tires. That's why I've done the warning system. That's why I've changed the camera. That's why I've had it serviced. Plus the wing mirror covers and the badges and everything. So plus another very important thing that I've done to the inside as well, which I'll show you now. But yeah, I took my car over to them and they've had it serviced. They've done everything that they needed to do. And I also had a battery test done at the same time as well. The battery performance came back as excellent. I believe at the moment it sits at 80 86%. Give me a second. And I'm back. Right, I got the report. There it is. Right, we're gonna go inside and I'm gonna show you the report. So with the service, I've also had the battery check done because again, I wanted to do it for myself. Let me just quickly show you how the interior looks like. Well, just a quick glance from the outside on the driver door. Obviously, you've got controls for all 4 windows, plus that. Now, I'll show you what that is in a second when I jump inside. I think it's going to start raining again, so let's get in and we're going to talk more inside about the car. Let me get my phone out. Here we go. All right, give me 1 second. Let me make myself comfortable and then we'll talk in a bit. Right, so close the door. Screen goes black when you close the door first. Just to give you some details about the steering wheel, there's not much to say on here. So it is leather wrapped. It's nice and chunky. It is very, very well built. Obviously, you've got the stitching on here, so it will last a long time. You've got the nice Tesla logo here in the middle, and then you've got 2 buttons on the side. Behind here, you've got your indicator stalk, as well as your wipers. And then over on the right side, you've got your gear lever with the cruise control and the adaptive cruise control and the self-driving and everything. Cool. So there's so many things to talk about, honestly. Now, let me just quickly tell you about a few little additions I made to the car. So first of all, this, right? Now, I've got an iPhone and I use this quite a lot. This was my main phone holder. Now you can see it actually is attached. There is a screw. Let me get this microphone up. There is a screw in there and it gets attached to that screw and it's very, very nicely built. It's all made of metal. I forgot what's it's called. Is VION, I think. If it focuses, yeah, VION. Again, not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I think it's the best car holder, car phone holder that you can get from Tesla. Let me just quickly show you another thing which I didn't show you. Now, to open the car, you've probably just noticed me kept opening it and closing it. Now, first of all, your phone acts as a key, right? So once you got the Tesla app, you keep that open in the background and you can open and you can lock it and, well, you can unlock the car as soon as you get close to it. As soon as you start walking away, the car will lock itself. Okay, so that's it. But you're also going to get 2 credit card like keys like that. Right now, this is a case that I've put on, and it also has an Apple AirTag that's incorporated in the case. I think it's really cool. So if in case you ever lose your keys, again, they're linked to my keys. So again, it was my car, right? So let's say if you don't have your phone with you, you've got this little key card. It's in here, you tap it, and the car locks, right? To unlock it, again, just tap the key here. It unlocks, it flashes twice, and then you can get in. Now, I have another key. Not my phone, not the key card. This. Right? So this is an NFC ring. You can purchase one of these. They are very cheap. I think I bought it off, I think it was Amazon, if I'm not mistaken, or something like that. I think I paid like £20 for it or something. Now, it has an NFC chip that you can register to the car. Now, obviously, when I sell the car, you can delete all the registered keys. You can leave only the 2 credit card style keys, and then you can add more on your ownership. But yeah, again, when you buy a car, when you buy a Tesla, make sure you delete all the keys that are on there except the 2 that you actually have in your possession. It should be 2 credit card style keys, but make sure you delete all of them, because the last thing you want is for the previous owner to come around one night, jump in the car and drive off without you even knowing. Although that is very hard to do, because I believe that this is the hardest car to steal, short of actually lifting it up, putting it on the back of a trailer and driving it that way. That's probably the only way you can do it with a little trick. But this, it doesn't require any charging. You don't, literally, you put it on and that's it. You just tap it on here. And that's closed. And to unlock it again, tap it there, like that. And now it's unlocked. So, yeah, really, really cool. Right, let me jump back in, because now it really is starting to rain. So, phone holder, probably one of my favorite phone holders I've ever had. It is perfectly, it sits perfectly here. Most of them, so you can get that one, but I think it's a bit too far from where you sat. And there's a few of them that go on the back of the tablet here, that slide out, protrude out like this, and you put it there. But again, I just don't find it comfortable. So yeah, that is probably one of my favorite car phone holders. Another thing I've put, and it's a very simple thing, it's made out of rubber, obviously without the actual thing. So it looks like this, right? And it slides underneath this air vent here, and it's perfect for these air fresheners if you like them. Now you can obviously have these on the mirror. I'm not a big fan of those, although I have one. I know I sound like a hypocrite now. I've got one and I say I'm not a big fan. I don't like dangly things. My wife actually likes the smell of this. It's like a dual scent thing, but I'm not a big fan of dangly things on my mirror, so I prefer those. And they're really good. Again, they're very cheap. I think like a couple of quid, and you get 2. So I've put one right in front of me here, and then one on there, and it makes the car smell all nice and fresh. Right. Wow, this video is about an hour long already. I haven't even covered half of it. Let's power through. So, steering wheel, I've already talked about it. Now you've got your pedals down there, obviously, and to start the car up, there's no push to start buttons or anything like that. All you do is you put your foot on the brake, and then the car comes to life. Now, that is the reason why I said that it's close to impossible for somebody to steal this car. Now, you could have your keys somewhere near your front entrance, and you could have people coming over at night with those little stupid device thingies that read the radio frequency of your key, and then they can unlock the car, jump in, they put the foot on the brake, ready to drive into the sunset, only to be stopped by pin to drive. Now, it's entirely up to you if you want it. It does take 2 seconds of your life. So when you jump inside the car, you put your foot on the brake. Usually, if you don't have pin to drive, you put your foot on the brake, you put it in drive, and then away you go. Now, that is obviously less secure, but you can actually enter your pin in there, and then the car will be ready to be driven. A really cool thing I like about this is that it's always in a different position. So right now is not dead in the center, but pretty much close to center, right? Now, make a mental image of where it is now, right? let me just close this. Open the door to get the car. Right. Now, if I push the brake pedal again, you see how it's moved to a different position. Now, I'm probably gonna, probably the video is not gonna be too much longer now because my phone is already on 20%. So whenever it's gonna cut off, I'm gonna leave it there and then I'm gonna resume it after I charge it. So it's already moved to a different position, right? Let's start this again. Press the brake pedal and it's again in a different position. Let me just, right, I'm gonna enter my pin here. Obviously, I don't want you to see my pin. But yeah, so let me just open the door, close the door, wait a few seconds, press the brake. Okay, right, it's not asking me for the pin again. That's probably because I haven't locked the car. Let me see if it's gonna work if I use this. Oh, no, it's locked. Now it's unlocked. Right. Open the door, jump in, put my foot on the brake, and there you go. So it's already moved to a different position. Now it's going to go up the corner here, down there, there. It's going to move in different positions. Now the reason it does that, and I think it's a great feature, is because if you have the screen completely clean, you could probably look at a certain angle and see where somebody pressed, and then you can have a go at that. Now, if that keeps moving, and then you obviously have to press everywhere on the screen, it will confuse whoever is trying to steal your car, and they won't be able to get the pin in. I mean, it's very, very, very secure. Another thing I've done is I've added a little white rubber thing around the main screen, and then I've also added on here on the center armrest, I've also added this comes off, but the armrest is black, but I've just added one that's the same color as the seats. I just like the contrast more. Another thing I've done is I've wrapped these three panels here in this carbon fibery effect. Now the reason I've done that is because underneath is piano black. It looks nice, piano black is nice, but it scratches very easily, and I'm not a big fan of that. Now, I've made it like this. Again, it's personal preference. It's entirely up to you. If you want to remove it, you can remove it, but I would probably just leave it. Underneath the screen here, you've got two wireless chargers. Now, these were not standard. They were standard on the facelift model from 2021 onwards. Now, they weren't standard on here. That is a additional extra thing that you can purchase, but it already comes on the car. You can put your phone in here like this, and it starts charging. See, just like that. So it does have wireless chargers on here as well if you need to. Oops. So yeah, it does have the wireless chargers in there. You got some storage in here, plenty of storage. Now underneath here, you've got two USBs, so you can actually wireless charge two phones at the same time, but I've unplugged one, which is the passenger side, because I've actually got a USB flash drive in there, and that stores the videos for the Sentry mode and for the dash cam as well. So that stores my videos in there. You can remove it if you want to, but I probably wouldn't recommend. So yeah, you got some storage in there. This closes up, that closes up. Now when you close these, you got to be careful, because if you go like this, it's not going to stay closed. Well, if you, because I've seen a lot of people doing this, close console lid gently. Even the car tells you, right? So you got to gently put it down and gently put this one down because they are magnetic, right? So you can press it like that and it pops open. And the same thing with this one. So you don't have to like slam it down. 2 cup holders in here. You got some storage in there. Plus you also have a 12 volt socket in there as well. Frameless rear view mirror, which is really, really nice. And it is auto dimming. So it dims itself if you've got somebody driving behind you with the high beams on. And then over here, you've got your interior lights, which they work obviously absolutely fine. Plus your hazards and SOS button as well. Sun visor over here. And this is magnetic. So this opens up like this. Actually like that. You can put this up. You got the vanity mirror as well in there. And that goes up. Premium sound system. That's another bonus that the long range has over the standard range. Plus, the sound is absolutely incredible, like incredible. And obviously, it is dual motor, so it is a four-wheel drive, as opposed to the standard range plus, which is only rear-wheel drive. Right. Let's get onto the screen. Actually, no. Let me just quickly show you this. So, time, date, test completed at 26th of 11, 2025. Okay, so it was the end of October that I purchased it, not the middle of October. So, end of October I purchased it. Battery rated, battery status, excellent. Now, this is something that our car dealers won't show you. I have got nothing to hide. So, estimated capacity, 86%. Battery build and longevity, good. Relative condition, excellent. Reliability and ongoing support, excellent. You got the range there, typical 239, 259 miles. Predicted range performance, you got that there. And then something else on the other side as well. You got remaining warranty, 44,900 miles left, 2 years and 3 months left. Charging capability, you've got fast charge, DC charge, charging position, which I've already shown you. This is the cost of public and home charging. £5 to charge it to full. At night, if you're on a EV tariff, you pay like 6p per kilowatt, so you can charge it for about £5, which is fantastic. Can you imagine you get 250 miles with £5, which is phenomenal, like phenomenal. So yeah, this is the score, 86%, which is fantastic for a five-year-old car. That's covered 78,988 miles, so 79,000 miles. 86%, and now that is going to plateau, and it's not going to go any. It's probably going to hit like 85, 84%, and then it's going to sit on there for a long time. You can do hundreds of thousands of miles, and you probably won't be anywhere below 80%. But yeah, this is the certificate, which obviously will come with the car. Now, just to give you some more peace of mind, let me just quickly go through the app. Right, so you got the app here. Let me see if I can use this, because this is a stand. It is a tripod. Let me see if it's gonna. Oh, okay. There we go. Cool. Right, so you got the app here. Very simple. I've named the car Tony Stark. 59% battery. That's what it's got on there at the moment. Now you can lock and unlock the car. You can turn the heating on. You can open the charge port, or you can open the front bonnet. That was a song I was listening to. Alarm running in the background. Okay, controls. If you go into controls, you can open the front trunk. You can open the boot. You can unlock the car, or you can open the charge port. You can also flash the headlights. So let's say if you park your car at night in a supermarket car park and you don't know where it is, you just press that and it will flash the lights so you can see it. Or you can also press the horn and it will sound the horn. You can press start, or you can press vent. Now, if you press vent, all the windows are going to open. If it's very hot outside, let's say you've left the car outside, it's 40 degrees, you press that button vent and it will let all the hot air out. But you don't have to do that, because if you go into climate, you can actually turn, so it's got heated seats both at the front, and all 3 seats at the back are also heated as well. And you can just press a button and then have them turn on and off. You can change the temperature that you want on here. Let's say if it's too hot, you can turn the AC on, and then when you get inside the car, it's nice and cool. You also have defrost car. So this is the thing I wanted to mention. Now, if you are if the car is frozen, you press defrost car while you're sitting inside the house having a cup of coffee in the morning. Within 10 minutes, the car is completely demisted, defrosted and everything. You go to your car and you can just open the door, jump in and drive to work, right? And then on your way to work, you're going to see people on both sides of your road that are scraping away on their internal combustion engine cars, because they haven't got remote start. You also have camp mode and dog mode. Dog mode is really cool. So if you have a dog or even your child, if you want to leave it in the car for like 2 seconds while you nip to a shop or something, you can turn the dog mode on, set a temperature, and there'll be a big message on the screen here saying that please don't worry, the temperature is very comfortable in here, it's at 22 degrees or something. So this is for people not to break your windows thinking that it's too hot inside the car and that your dog is suffocating or your child is suffocating or something. So that's really good. Dog mode is really good. Cabin overheat protection. Now, again, the cabin overheat protection, what that does is if it gets too hot inside the cabin, you can turn it on, and then what's going to happen is the car is going to sense that the temperature is too hot inside, and it will start the AC, and it will cool it down. Obviously, that's going to use battery. I keep it off because currently there's 9 degrees. I don't know if you can see this, but it's 9 degrees outside. So yeah, I'm not worried about overheating at all. But you do have that option in there as well. Actually, I could have just told you, it showed on here. Interior is 16 degrees, exterior is 9 degrees. Now, go back. Location. So right now, location, it shows you all the superchargers around me. You got nearby chargers, fast chargers, and these are all the superchargers that are around me right now. Summon. Summon is a very, very cool feature. So when you go into Summon, you can actually move the car forwards and backwards from outside. So it opens all the cameras, as you can see, and you can move the car forwards or backwards by pressing these buttons. Now, the reason why this is really cool is, let's say if you are in a supermarket car park and some very considerate driver decided to park right next to your driver's door and you can't squeeze in, get your phone out, push this button here, and you can drive the car forwards without even getting in. And then same thing with this one, you can drive it backwards. So if you want to park it in a very tight parking space, just back it in as much as you can for you to open the door, get out, push this button, and then the car will just slide in the parking spot. Very, very cool feature. Charging, 2025 passport charging. Now, this is something they've just released with the latest update, the latest Christmas update. Now, in the very short ownership that I've had the car, I actually went to France with it as well. These are the chargers that I've used, the superchargers that I've used. I've mainly used home charging, and I went over to France over the New Year's with the missus. Now, this is for people saying that, oh, you can't do long distance travels. I literally went to Paris from Cheltenham. So, yeah, that was about a 500 mile trip. I don't know exactly how far it is. Sorry. But yeah, went to France. So went to Dover, charged close to Dover, and then charged once again in Calais, and then charged once again closer to Paris. So yeah, 11 unique supercharger, 174 total charging sessions, top charging day 30th of December, total miles added 4,132. Right, let's go back. Charge status, find chargers, charge status. Let's have a look at this. There we go. So 50% home charging, 45% supercharger. Total charge 966 kilowatts. Total spent 311 pounds this month, which is not bad, because the way to work out how many miles I've done is you take this number and you times that by 3. So although you do get more than 3 miles per kilowatt, sometimes it varies. It could be less, it could be more. So I'll average it at about 3 miles per kilowatt. So best way to do that is if let me just bring my calculator out. There we go. So that was 966 kilowatts times 3. So I've done nearly 3,000 miles, 2,900 miles, right? With 311 pounds, which is not bad at all. Petrol savings, about 143 pounds. This is this month. If I go into year, I've saved 311 pounds since I bought the car in November. So it tells you on here. So November, December, January. So yeah, cool. Schedule charging. This is the precondition charging and light show. Low power mode, keep accessory powered on. Last charge, it was done in Oxford, 16 pounds. Set schedule, security and drivers. See what that is. You got dashcam viewer over here. You got sentry mode, valet mode, parental controls, speed limit mode, pin to drive. Always had that. You can add a driver. You got a phone key, add key card, set up Bluetooth audio, so you can do loads and loads and loads of stuff on here. Upgrades. Software upgrades. If you press on that, you have all the software subscriptions. Now, if you know, so on top of the color of the car, on top of the interior, and on top of that acceleration boost, there was one extra feature, and that was the FSDC, which is full self-driving capability, which is an optional extra that costs £7,000. That's for the full self-driving mode. Now, I'm happy to report that this car actually comes with the full self-driving capability included in the car. So if you think about it, this car has £11,500 worth of optional extras, and I'm selling the car for close to that figure, the whole car, and those are just optional extras. Mental, absolutely mental, if you ask me. Right, let's go back. If you go into software upgrades, buy, you have all the software upgrades. Manage, active, premium connectivity, full self-driving capability included, acceleration boost included, rear heated seats included. Everything is included. Right. Service, that's if you want to book in a service to take you over to Tesla. Roadside, this is your roadside assistance. Flat tire, accident assistance, drivability concern, battery and charging, other. And then you got dashcam viewer, and then over here you've got the dual motor, Model 3. You got the miles, the VIN number, software, and everything. So yeah, specs and warranty. Battery limited warranty expires 19th February 2028, or 120,000 miles total, whichever comes first. Drive unit limited warranty expires 19th February, same. Basic vehicle limited warranty expired as 20th February 2024. So yeah, obviously that was just a standard warranty, but you still have warranty on the battery and the drive unit, which is basically the 2 electric motors. So nothing to worry about. Absolutely nothing to worry about. Right. The screen is the heart of the car. So everything is getting done through this screen, like absolutely everything. This is the main screen that you're going to get. So right now you can see, first of all, it's got 59% battery, and that's good for 161 miles. Now, I don't like to keep it on that. I like to keep it on percentage because that is much, much better. Car, you can rotate it around if you want. Now, here's a little cool little feature. They've given you the option to add whatever registration number you want on here, and I've actually added the actual car's registration number, which is SM69NFY, which is really cool. Right now the car is turned off. If I want to turn it on, I have to press this. See, it's already in a different position. Now I'm just going to enter that, and then once the car starts, the steering wheel moves forward, the seat moves towards the steering wheel as well. So you got something called easy exit and easy entry. If I open the door right now, the steering wheel will move back, and my seat is going to move back as well to let me get out of the car easily. Let me see if I can show this. So that's how the steering wheel moves, and that's how the seat moves. I hope that was caught on camera. Just, hey, that's already in a different position. Let me just enter that pin. And then, look, if I press the pedal again, look. So it moves me closer to the steering wheel and the steering wheel closer to me. And this would be my driving position. Now, I really hope that thing is going to stop because I don't want to put my seatbelt on, and that beeping is annoying. Over here, you've got your current media playing. If you swipe that to the right, you've got the current drive, since charge, and the odometer. And then you can do this again, and it'll tell you the tire pressures on your tires, and these are the PSIs. Now, again, I do have to apologize if the video will cut off. That is purely because my phone is running out of battery. So yeah, it just gave me a warning that I've got 10% left, so I don't know when it's going to cut off, but well, we'll find out. Right, Google Maps. It is very quick, very intuitive, and yeah. Navigate. I can put there you go, car wash. That's what I took the car today earlier. I can press that, and it will straight away give you how to get there. It'll also tell you how long it's going to take you. It also tells you how many miles, and it also tells you how much battery you're going to have left when you get there. So right now it's 59%. I'm going to have 53%. And that just starts the navigation straight away, and then you can just drive off and trip. You can also add stops along the way. So right now, let's see where. See these? Where you see these like that with red, these are the Tesla superchargers, and it also tells you how many of them are available, which is fantastic. Like everywhere you go, you can see that, and it tells you the little number, and you know how many there's available on your route. But yeah, that's how. So like I said, it's very, very, very snappy, and it's very quick to react. I mean, look, it's as fast as my phone. So yeah. Right, to get to your climate, swipe up, and then straight away it comes up with warming. You can go auto on the heated seats. Mine is already turning on. Rear, you can turn on the heated seats from here. Front here. You also have keep, dog, and camp from here as well. Front window defrost, rear window defrost. This is to select the fan speed. Now, one thing I absolutely love. Let me see. Medium. Let me turn auto off for a second. Right, you see this little airflow? See how you can change the way the airflow goes? Now you can move it down, you can go up, you can literally change where you want the air to come out from. This is for the passenger, and obviously you can do the same thing for the driver as well. Move it up and down, left and right, and it's really, really cool. I really love that animation, and they are independent to each other, so you can use them separately. Yeah, I like to leave it in auto because then the car knows what to do on its own, so I don't need to tell it. Right. Let me just close that. If you keep it pressed, it will turn it off. All right. I just wanted to quickly mention another upgrade that I've done to the car, which is the actual swivel mount on the screen. So the screen normally comes like this. Right, it's facing towards you. Well, it's facing towards the middle of the car, and it's quite difficult from your driving position. It's quite difficult to reach that side. You literally have to like bend over and do it, and that means you have to take your eyes off the road far longer than I'm comfortable with. Now, there is a mount going on the back here, on the back of the screen, which is quite fidgety to replace, but you can do it yourself if you want to. I've done it myself. And it allows you to move the screen left and right like this, and up and down. Now I've got it pointed towards me, so as high as it can go up, and then as high as it can tilt towards the right, because then it's driver orientated and you can see exactly what's happening on there, and you don't have to take your eyes off the road for too long. And you can, it's much, much better to have it like this, at least in my opinion. Camera, these are your that's your rear camera. Like I said, nice and crisp. It's literally a brand new camera, plus you got the two front wing cameras as well. Here's a nice little cool feature. When you indicate, the camera comes on, and that's like your blind spot, so you can see if there's any cars. So you can obviously look in the mirror, but if you can't see anything, it's always good to have a quick glance in there as well, because you could have a car in your blind spot, and this is perfect for blind spot. So yeah, these are your cameras. You can actually swipe those down if you want to, or swipe them back up. Navigation, dash cam, always records. Energy consumption, phone, calendar, messages, theater. Theater is really cool. You've got Netflix, YouTube, Twitch, and Tesla tutorials. You can literally, as you're charging, you can watch some Netflix, watch some YouTube, whatever takes your fancy. Arcade, you got games in here. Plenty of games that you can play. It's really, really cool. The Beach Buggy Racing 2, it's really cool because you can actually use your steering wheel to steer the car in there. So again, it's obviously you can only do that while you're stationary and like charging or whatever, but you can actually use your steering wheel to steer the car in the screen there. It's really, really cool. Toy box has so many features. So paint shop is like the new thing that they've released, where you can change the color of your car here and do all that. I'm not a big fan of that. Santa mode, it turns your car into a Santa sled, and you hear jingles every time you indicate, which again, I'm not a big fan of. Rainbow road, light show. Now this is really cool. You can search on YouTube Silverstone Tesla Light Show 2025. I was there. Incredible. Like, absolutely incredible. Light show. Perfect. Emissions. Yeah. If you're a child, you're probably going to have a lot of fun with that. Boombox is the lock sound, so you can use megaphone, like I said, play current media, so you can have the music play on the outside speaker. Light cycle is the noise that it makes when it locks, horn sound, and all sorts of that. Tracks, romance, sketchpad, and Mars. Romance turns the screen into like a fire log, into a flame basically, and it turns on the heating, and it makes it like nice and romantic. A sketchpad, you just doodle on the screen, and then Mars, it makes your sat nav look like you're driving on the surface of Mars, which again, it's yeah, nice. Don't see the point of it. Browser, so you can go on Google and use it as a laptop basically. Manual, Spotify, Bluetooth, radio. Obviously, you do have DAB radio, karaoke. So if I go into radio, just turn that off because I don't want YouTube to strike my video. But yeah, you've got your radio there. Now, what I mainly use is I've got YouTube Premium, so I use YouTube Music quite a lot. Now, obviously, here it's got everything that I've listened to. I have not listened to Piers Morgan, by the way. I don't know why that's coming up on there. But yeah, this is music that I'm listening to. And you got the speed dial, like the ones that I've listened to more recently. Apple Music, Tidal, Karaoke, Apple Podcasts, Audible, Amazon Music, YouTube, and TuneIn. Let me turn that off. Yeah, I mean, there's so many things to talk about. It's unbelievable. I think I'm probably going to leave this here, just because my phone hasn't died yet, and there's no point in me charging it only to turn it on for like another couple of minutes. But yeah, it's a fantastic car. It's buttery smooth. It drives amazing. I haven't had a single fault with it. in the 2 months that I've owned it. But like I said, it's got warranty left on it still. And I would not sell it if it wasn't for the fact that I can reinvest that money back into the business. It actually pains me to sell this because of those optional extras. It's a perfect car. I mean, I'm going to struggle. If I ever want to buy another car like this, I'm going to struggle to find one that has all these options, because somebody splurged a lot of money when they bought this car from new. So, yeah. Anyway, as always, if you are interested, you can find me on 01684 355 032. You can go into the website, which is www.vindemautos.co.uk, or you can send me an email at vindemautos@gmail.com. I'm going to leave it here because I don't know how much battery I've got left, but I'm guessing the phone is probably going to turn off any minute now. If you have any questions whatsoever, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you. If you want to come and have a look at the car and test drive it, again, be my guest. It's a fantastic car. Absolutely fantastic car. And we can go into much more details when you get here. I hope the review was useful. I hope you've learned something new today. I hope you like the car. And yeah, this is the longest video I've ever done on a car, and it probably would have been a lot longer if I wasn't limited by my phone's battery. I probably would have gone into a lot more detail in terms of like the screen and everything. But yeah, it's a fantastic car. It's a marvel of engineering, and I will not let anybody else say anything else about it, because it genuinely is. Like, don't hate on Tesla just because it's an electric car or just because Elon is an idiot. Just test drive a car. If you have the opportunity, test drive it. You can do a remote test drive on a Tesla. You can literally go and you can book a test drive. You can go in a car park. There's a Tesla there. You don't have to speak to anyone. Just go there. The car will unlock, jump in, drive it for an hour, bring it back, and let me know what you think. Like, people love to hate on Teslas because they just love to hate on them without any reason. Somebody told me today, "Oh, these are rubbish," and I said, "Okay, give me a reason why is it rubbish?" "Oh, I don't like it." Well, that doesn't mean it's rubbish. And it was at about that point when my battery just decided to die. I am currently in a different car. I've just parked up the Tesla. It's right there. You can see it. And so I've just parked it up. I'm currently in can I rotate the screen while I'm recording? No, I can't. I'm currently in an Audi. It's a internal combustion one. It's an Audi A6. Now I got this that I'm going to start using from now on, probably as my daily driver for a while, and then I'm going to sell this one as well. But yeah, what I was saying is basically I met somebody today they told me that the cars are rubbish, and I said, why? Well, give me a reason why they're rubbish. And he was like, oh, because I don't like them. That's not a reason. That's just your opinion. That's not a fact. That's just you hating on something. End of. And the fact that you hate it doesn't make it bad. It's just that you hate it. Like, I can say I hate strawberries. That doesn't mean they're not good, right? Or, by the way, I love strawberries, right? But I'm just saying, like, you can't say you hate something by saying it's not good, because you just hate it. Just like I asked him, like, give me a reason why you hate it. Why do you think it's bad? Why is it rubbish? That's what I want to know. I don't want to know why you hate it. I just want to know why do you think it's rubbish. Oh, because they're very problematic. And I was like, have you ever had one? Like, have you ever had issues with them? I mean, I know you can. Oh no, I heard people say. Well, it's probably you heard other people like you that hate them for no reason, and they heard from other people, and those people heard from somebody else, and so on. It's not. I mean, I've been part of like a Facebook group and all sorts of groups and stuff like that with like Tesla owners and stuff, and everybody loves them. Like everybody loves that. Like actual owners love their cars. It's just people that have never owned one. Oh, electrics are crap, and I'll never move to an electric car because petrol. Okay, that's fine. Like I'm in a diesel car right now. I mean, that's completely the opposite of the Tesla, right? I don't hate on cars. I genuinely don't hate on cars, like, because first of all, it's my job, it's my business. I sell cars. I sell from a 1 liter petrol engine Toyota Aygoes to a, I don't know, a 4.5 liter V6, V8 Audi S6 or whatever. I don't hate on cars, and especially I don't say that car is rubbish because I don't like it. I could say, I mean, there are a couple of cars I hate. You got the Fiat Multipla. Yeah, remember that gem? Yeah, I hate it. I hate it with a passion, but I'm not saying it's rubbish. I've never owned one. I don't know. I hate on the Chrysler, the PT Cruiser. That just looks like a boat that's been tipped over. But I don't say it's rubbish. There are rubbish engines out there. There are like rubbish built cars, if I can say that. But I don't hate on them. That's what the engineers did. That's what the manufacturer did, and like they have to take the blame. It's not for me to hate on it. And yeah, he couldn't give me a reason. Like, he couldn't give me a reason why you think it's rubbish, and it just says it's problematic. And I said, you've got 8 years warranty, 120,000 miles on the electric motors and the battery. It's like, if anything goes wrong, you get them replaced. And I was like, if the timing chain snaps on a 3 liter diesel Audi, that's you're talking thousands. Like that's a whole new engine rebuild. Thousands. We're talking about 5,000-6,000 pounds. That's probably the same cost as it will cost you to replace, I don't know, probably the hybrid battery in a Tesla right now. I mean, there. And the thing is, you don't have to replace the whole thing. You have to replace the individual cell that broke. Anyway, I don't usually do this at the end of the videos, but I mean, if you're still here watching after like an hour and a half, more than an hour and a half, then yeah, thank you. But yeah, it's just like crazy to me, like how many people love to hate on Tesla for literally no reason, or for the sole reason that Elon Musk is the owner and he's quite controversial or whatever. But yeah, oh, I hate Tesla. They're rubbish cars. Why? Oh, because I hate Elon. What does that have to do with anything? Like, it just makes literally no sense. Like, you're hating the CEO of a company, and then you decide you hate his product or the product that company makes. Honestly, it's like, oh, I mean, I can't even think of examples, to be honest. It's just that ridiculous, that how ridiculous it sounds to me. It's like, I hate this. I hate iPhones because I don't like Tim Cook. But what's that got to do with the product? Like, Tim Cook could be a complete idiot. You're not buying Tim Cook, you're buying a product. And the same thing with the Tesla. Like, I hate it because I hate Elon. That makes no sense. Anyway, thank you very much. That's another 7 minutes of me ranting for literally no reason. But yeah, I didn't want to leave the video the way it ended. Now, as always, if you have any questions, I think I've already said this, questions, queries, burning issues, anything like that, leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as I can. If you are interested in the car, and you don't hate Elon as much, you know where to find me. 01684 355 032. You can go to the website. It's probably going to end up in the website as well. I mean, it depends on how quick it's going to sell, to be honest. But I'm pretty sure it's not going to stick around because the price is going to go up for sale. It's going to be very similar to the price that the optional extras were for the car. So you buy a car for the same price or just slightly over of what the original owner paid just for the optional extras on top of what he paid for the car. Mental. Yes, they go down in value, the same as any other car does. But I mean, if you're buying it now, you've already, like, the car's already been depreciated massively, so you're not losing that much on it. But if you're buying it to keep it, not like me, for 2 months, if you're buying to keep it for a few years, then it's going to recoup your money from all the lack of servicing and like charging and everything. But yeah, anyway, I'm not gonna keep this any longer. Again, thank you very much. I really appreciate you sticking all the way to the end. I really appreciate you watching the video. I hope somebody's watched up until this point. And yeah, have a great day. Hopefully I will see you soon. And yeah, just stop hating on things because you hate the people that own the company that makes that thing. It doesn't make sense. Genuinely does not make sense. Anyway, thank you very much. Take care. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.